Everybody on that show is delusional.
in the best way possible, in the worst way
No.
possible.
Mark, you're delusional because you see them clapping cheeks on that show and then you just ask them, "Oh, do you think there's still a chance for you?"
Girl, he's just asking a question. Leave Mark alone.
The couples are delusional, thinking
Mhm.
they can do each other dirty and then just get back together like nothing happened.
Like,
Cause what do you mean you want the person to fall in love with you and that's like your man or your girl and you just met him 2 days ago?
it was never gonna be, sweetheart. It was never
You
gonna
know?
be.
Like, I just feel like they test to see how delusional they are, and the more delusional, the more likely they get on the show.
It has to be a part of the casting in some way because it just doesn't make any sense. I
Like,
think when it
go
comes
ahead.
to the tempter, and we're gonna talk about who are we gonna talk about the tempters right now? Um, I feel like they're just extra delusional because there's no way you think that in this scenario you're gonna have something real. You're a rebound. Like, just
And
accept
I
it.
can also say that about some of the couples too. Hint, hint. Ashley. Hint, hint. I mean, Ash, sorry. And Paris. Because, like, they fell in, like, really hard for these people. Oh, and you know who else? Lascelles, too. And Hall. Fuck you, Hall.
Girl, can't step off me. But who did you okay, if we're gonna start like if we're
Like,
gonna I'm gonna bring it back to season one. This man Evan was in a relationship with Casey for 5 years, and he started a whole new relationship with another woman, with one of the temptresses. And he's talking about how in love he is. He and he said this one catchphrase that a lot of these men do. They're like, "Oh, you're trouble. You're trouble." And I was like, "That's weird." He keeps saying it, and then he left the show with her. Had his girlfriend Casey begging him to take her back.
girl, get your ass up.
Please, please. And he's like, "No, it's too late. I needed it before, but now it's too late. I found something better." And then they broke up like a year and a half later, or maybe 2 years later. It's just
Mm.
ridiculous.
But it's just like, what was I gonna say? I just feel like to be in love after a few weeks, and these people are ending like 8-year relationships, 7-year relationships, some of them engaged, is crazy.
Yeah. I feel like most of them are only in their relationships for like a year and a half. I feel like there's like a lot of people here who's like 1 year in or 1 to 2 years in, which is weird. Like y'all are already here? I don't know.
And not only are they delusional, I feel like there's a lot of audacity on the show.
Mainly from the men. Mainly from the men. I'm sorry.
And
Because
you
a lot of
know
these
what?
men,
The women and the couples don't make it better because how many season after season do you hear them talk about some, "Oh, he cheated on me before the show," and
yes.
then they get back together? So it's like you created this environment basically where you could do whatever, you just gonna forgive him, and they even say that on the show. "Oh,
And
she's
it's
gonna come crawling right back. Oh, she's gonna forgive me. She's not leaving me."
like you're fostering this toxic male ego. And then the one time where Erica, the queen herself, put Kendall in check. And he's like, "Are you sure? Are you?" He's trying to be slick with it. Oh yeah, no. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? No. Can I get a kiss? Like, girl, and I'm so glad that she said no. I'm so glad she walked off and she stood on business. She didn't spin the block before the reunion or nothing like that. She stood on business
Some people can't relate.
at all, and it's embarrassing. I'm looking at you, Kate,
A
girl.
threesome.
In the like
He
in the
left with another woman. He was in the process of leaving to move in with another woman, and you spin the block?
oh my goodness. Just for more secrets to come
Just
out at
like,
the reunion?
I hate see, that's the thing too, I hate when they do these speeches where they discover themselves and be like, "Oh, I'm a better person now," and then you leave the island, and that better person disappears, and now you
Maricela.
sending nudes and having sex with this person. And some of them be in a relationship with other temptations. So it's like you became the other woman in this
Yeah,
situation.
it's ridiculous. And I feel like the only time a man spun the block was great from season 5, and I just thought that was interesting, but it still didn't work out. All that trash she was talking just for you to come crawling back. And she still said no, still didn't want any parts of your nonsense.
Should have sent her an email. And you know something else? You know what's another catchphrase on this show that I
But
feel like if I had a drink for every time they said it, I'd
mhm.
probably die, is growth.
Oh my gosh.
The way that I didn't see any growth from you. What growth are you getting on a show where you're tempted to be cheated on? How much growth can there be? Why does it take someone? Because also they talk about independence too. Why does it take being on this show to find independence when you could find that with friends? You don't got no friends at home? You
Or
can't hang out
access
with them
to
to gain independence from your significant other?
or access to a therapist. Mark can only do so much. Like, listen,
And
because
mind you, he's not even licensed, but he's better than Dr. Phil.
and on top of
He's
that,
better than Nick and Vanessa. But that's
when
not
you
my
talk about
business.
people who haven't grown, it's that what's that dude? Luke from season 4, I think it was. Yes.
The cheapskate, Mr.
Yeah.
Krabs.
He didn't even grow either, because come to find out, when he left the island with Iris, he cheated on her again, and then they broke up. So you didn't actually
And he
grow either.
proposed to her.
Hmm?
I said he proposed to her.
Right, exactly. And
I'm
all
just like, I feel like it's better to not even waste your time on the show. It's because speaking of proposals, like some of these couples been together for 7 to 8 years. If it's taking you that long to decide if you want to get married or not, you don't need a show to figure that out. You just don't need to be together.
exactly. Like a lot of people use you as placeholders. And that's what a lot of the men are doing. Because what do you mean Lascelius is in a 7-year relationship and he's ready to throw it away for a woman that he just met? Like,
He was a weirdo.
very weird. I don't know what was going on with him. From season 4, Lascelius, he's talking about how much he loves this new woman and he
They
only
only
wants to
knew
be
each
with
other
her.
for 2 weeks. But that
Exactly.
don't
That
talk to
was,
me. I'm only gonna talk to her. Like,
and
and
then
then
you
to
got
act like
Hall.
he was drunk when he said it, and I'm like, "Sir, we seen multiple times you talk about how much you love her, and you wasn't drunk in every single scene. Because if you was drunk in every single scene, then you might have a problem.
It's like
But that's neither here or there." What'd you say?
it's him and Hall that are kind of the same too, because
Fuck Hall.
like, what are you talking about?
Like,
You wasting women's time, and I
you
hate to
and
say
your
that,
big titty pick me. Fuck y'all.
right? Because
With
what do
them
you like?
blow up
You
lips.
broke up with her once just to come back and talk about she's a great person, and you just wanted to keep her here until you found somebody better. You wasted 8 years of your time and hers.
Not even his time. Fuck his time. You wasted 8 years of her time. And for what? You broke up with her and then you wanted to get back with her. You should have, like she said, you should have left her alone.
And then her pick me is gonna yell at her and be like, "Well, why did you take him back?" Because she was trusting of him. Like,
Right.
what?
Why would you want a man like that? See
Exactly.
how he talked to her? What makes you think he not gonna talk to you like that? And he probably do talk to her like that, but he probably got money.
Um,
But that's neither here nor there.
right. Like, oh, shout out to Jillian and Christian, because Julian and Christian, my bad.
Oh, I'm
Julian
sorry.
and
I was
Christian.
supposed to say Julian for what?
No, Julian and Christian and Christine. Because they're still together. They're married now. Good for them.
I
They
hope
work.
they have a healthy relationship. He did really good on the island.
Yeah, I
Very
respect it.
respectful. Some people can't relate.
David, you whore. Oh,
Oh, like, not even Temptation Island no more, it's Whore Island.
yes, threesomes in the bed, three in the shower. You and Grant would get along. No, it wasn't Grant. It was Breon. you and Breon would
Thunderclapper.
you and Breon would get along.
I was like, and then I feel like there was another islander I saw. She talked about like the boyfriend was mad that she said she didn't need a man, and I just feel like if a lot of women had that mindset, they wouldn't feel like they have to accept cheating. Cause every single like, almost every single one of them took their man back for cheating, and then you have, on the last season, Shantae and Breon, and she basically tried to pretend like he didn't even, like, she didn't hear nothing, he didn't well, not really do anything, but she didn't hear anything, and she just took him back after all he dogged her out, basically.
Yeah, and then with that, spinning the block conversation, Ashley did the same thing from the Netflix season. Granted, all this stuff started a whole new relationship, and then she made a whole grandstand about how she deserves better and how she's leaving with a new
I don't
person,
wanna hear it.
just for her to get back together with him for 6 months, and for him to curse her out on TikTok. Like, what's going
It's just like, you don't
on?
like, I feel like if more cause usually it's the women that aren't, I noticed that on the show, the women aren't really the ones well, they do cheat, though.
Ashley from season 2, episode 2, sis. Okay,
Oh
girl.
my goodness. Can we talk
It's
about
usually
I just completely like, girl, the
it's
first night
it's usually episode like 5 or 6 where we
you
start
know
seeing people have sex. But with Ashley, she was like, "Oh, let me break the record." Episode 2,
and I'm just like, "You was so worried about this man cheating, you told him you didn't want him to do anything he would regret, and then look at you."
right? Getting cursed out by the guy you hopped in bed with. That's crazy.
And he was low key aggressive. I really did not like the way he was talking. Not only to the other people, but, like, to her too.
Yeah,
That real hair comment rubbed me the wrong way,
he
'cause he
had
know what
bad
he meant
vibes.
by that.
He just looked like a villain. He looked really villainous.
And you a real estate agent? That's bad for business.
Right, like, yeah, he gave me the ick when I first saw. Like, some people you could just tell how they are just by looking at them.
You know? But, some of them sensations woulda got me. Imma be
What got
real.
you?
Yeah. Hashim.
Oh, I think yeah, Hashi.
What's
What
his name?
Jesse would
Tajik,
say.
you got that one. I knew he woulda got you.
Who Hashim?
No, I said Tajik. Back up.
Oh,
Back up.
Tajik. I would have fun with Tajik, girl.
You
I'm not
know?
taking him home, but we
I'm
having
not
fun.
either, but I'm not saying I wouldn't have left the island unfucked.
Exactly. Especially if my
I'm leaving here with
especially
something.
especially if my man is cheating. I see video after video of you having sex with the same person. Yeah, I'm gonna hop into bed with someone new too. Like, get out my face.
You know?
What?
Like Shantae move. You not appreciating what you seeing right now.
You're not. It's kind of crazy. She had the nerve to write on Hashim's arm. What did she write? She wrote Shantae loves Breon or something like that.
Girl, get out my face. See move before I throw you in the bonfire.
Girl, I hear that Shantae and Breon are broken up now.
Okay, congratulations. I'm like, cause looking at her, I really did feel bad.
You say you didn't?
I said I did.
Oh, okay. I did. I kind of did too. I felt kind of concerned because it's like when you look at it past the surface level, it's like there's something really wrong mentally, like low self esteem, low self
Yeah,
worth, and I'm kind of concerned. I don't want to just keep calling her stupid because it's just like there's something wrong there.
yeah.
I can say that about a lot of the women, honestly.
Like, cause I only really reserve that kind of like talk, well, not necessarily call them stupid, but like I reserve that for the ones who do these grand speeches
And
about
then,
how they're so much better now and they're not looking back and then they do. Like,
yeah,
girl, save that talk for someone else. But then like her, I don't know, I just felt really bad for her.
yeah, it's there's obviously something going on there. Um,
Definitely the self esteem.
right. Same
Cause
thing
the
with
way, like, she tried to, like she was in denial,
mhm. Same with
and
the
then
girl from, season 1. What was her name? Casey, when she was begging for Evan to take her back. I was like, "Oh, yeah, there's something wrong there because you can't tell that the blatant disrespect wasn't enough for you to let him go? You wanna just look past all that? Closing your eyes to seeing him cheating on you unapologetically? It's kinda crazy."
and it's like, you kinda do need to see that.
And break up. Like, just
Exactly.
what is I
And
don't
that's
under
why I feel like that a lot of women need to adopt that "I don't need a man" mentality, because then you end up in situations where your man's cheating, you just like, out of sight, out of mind, I don't wanna see that. I'm still gonna forgive him, I'm gonna take him back, and it's just like and that's why he's gonna keep doing it because he knows I wouldn't say you're not strong enough, but kind of you're not to, like, leave. What's
right.
keeping you?
Some weird attachment. I just don't get it either.
And then I knew he was trouble, Breon, because he talked about how much he likes sex,
All he talked about was sex. Sex, 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 sex.
and
He
that's how
was
they first met.
and he was yeah.
So I feel
He
like that was his first impression of her, and he probably thought, "Okay, well, then she's maybe just as, like, sexual as me, and she's into all these things," and she just wasn't, but that's neither here nor there. My favorite
then
catchphrase.
then had the nerve to talk about their sexual issues on national TV, like, to other people on national TV. Like, why are you telling people details about your sex life with your girlfriend and then thinking that's okay?
And then on the topic of cheating, it's just like, how mad could you really be if you took this person back? What was the point of taking this person back, bringing them to this island, and then cheating on them? If you truly wanted your get back, you could have just left them when they cheated and never looked back.
Yes. This is, like, the best thing to do.
Looking at you, Jillian.
Um,
And it's like, even when they do cheat, take that accountability too. Like, I'm not mad at you. He cheated on you. You want to say you want to cheat back? Go ahead and do it.
please do.
But don't act like it's just like, oh well, you did it, so now I'm gonna do it. Like
Yeah,
you did it
like,
before we got here, so now I'm gonna do it. Like no, just do it.
I encourage that. Please do. And I feel like
Stop
there's a
trying to find an excuse for it and just do it.
And I feel like there's a smart way for women to do it because you know how women are going to get judged for having sex, period.
Hmm.
But just wait until that final overnight date, and since there's no cameras, do what you want to do because it's
Clap
not
his
making
cheek.
a difference. It's not good for you to stay in the situation.
Exactly. Because then you end up with Christophers, and you end up with Greats, you end up with Kendalls, you end up with Davids,
Yeah, you end up with grants.
and you end up with Lukes. Because and that's another thing. They always talk about oh, you hold on to the past. I was like, of course, because you're still repeating the same mistakes. But then I also, to an extent, agree with them when they say you need to let go of the past, because if you're going to accept someone that cheated on you and forgive them, you need to let that go instead of holding it over their head. Because
Ashley,
clearly that's not a deal breaker for you. Let them
right?
cheat in peace.
Like, don't throw a fit about it now, just because we're watching. You accepted it before, so here we are again.
And speaking of low self esteem, kind of, because
Mhm.
this just now came in my head. Ash and the sex hippie, Hanya.
Mhm.
Like, the way he treated her outside of the show was all like, the things she would say, I'm like, "Yeah, girl, get back."
Yeah, with her,
Even though I wouldn't have taken him back, though,
I
but
was
that's the one,
well,
like
I was definitely cheering her on when she was getting with her new man until he messed up the whole situation. I was like, "Sheesh, what a waste of time." But yeah, like have your fun. This man
he's
already been
introducing you
disrespecting
to
you, so
other
why don't you
women
just
as
keep
his
having
best
fun and do
friend.
what you want to do?
He's cheated on you multiple times, he almost cheated on you. at the hotel right before y'all was getting ready
Yeah.
to be on the show. Like, I'm happy she, like, let him go, but then I'm also just like, "Damn, Taylor, why would you do that? Why would you give her a fake number
I just
and
it
then
was
downplay your relationship?"
that kind of just proves to me he was definitely there for the wrong
And
reason
that's why I wouldn't take the temptation seriously,
at all.
because y'all are on here to get clout. I know they don't feed y'all, they probably have y'all in a little basement and tell y'all to perform, so y'all get as much camera time as you can so you don't have to go back down there. They not feeding y'all,
Right?
they just liquoring you up and
Wow.
saying, "Create dramas." I know y'all trying to do everything you can to be on camera, so that's why you have many situations where after the show, the temptation and the couple, well, the single, don't work out.
Yeah, and it ends so fast too. I would probably say that that happened with the Netflix series when Ashley left with what's his name, Danny. I'm just because I see them on TikTok all the time now, and they're trying to
Mhm.
promote their stuff, and I'm just like, you got over this pretty quickly, and now you're just trying to like get this clout and do what you can to promote your own little business, and I find that very suspicious. Like, so a lot of the tempters are disingenuous.
And they really do try to downplay what we see on the TV.
Yeah.
So
They
I
wanna lie and make it seem like, "Oh, it's just a bunch of nothing." You singing her songs, you making all these promises,
and
you
then
speak
that's another
breathing life into
thing
her
too. The women, the temptresses, I like that word.
or
I
what?
feel like they're less like that, whereas the men are more so like, at least in my perspective, like fame, not fame hungry, but you know what I mean?
What
Because
do
you
you
don't
know?
really like the women that tempt, they're the ones that get broken up with. Because, like, in the situation with Marissa, he was like, "Oh, I'm just not ready." And then you have Christopher, and I think her name was Alexis,
Mhm.
and he treated her bad. And
Got
then
her
you have
pregnant.
Great leaving, what's her name, Nafessa, to try to get back with Paris. So I feel like the women are more emotionally involved than the men
Mhm.
when it comes to the temptations. So I feel like they're more genuine.
Yeah, yeah, I see what you mean. Because they actually do try. Whereas with the male tempters, it's like instantly they're broken up with, oh, Ashley from what was it, season 3 was with Ben, and then
Mhm.
supposedly he switched up, but then supposedly she spun the block on Casey, and
Baby,
he
baby.
yeah. And you got Tajik. What did he say at the reunion? He was like, "Oh, I just was going through a lot at the time. That's why I didn't say anything." Oh, you could have sent me stuff too. Oh, when you sent it on my Instagram, I get a lot of messages on there, and I'm just like, "Oh, so you
You
just really
said your
weren't trying? Like
excuse.
you let her on?" And I hate that for Paris because part of me was just like, Paris, it was kind of obvious, but he's still wrong for doing that.
Exactly.
But I feel like Taylor and Ash from season 4 was like the worst example of it because he was breathing all this life into her, singing her songs, and then you just ghost her like that, give her fake numbers to ghost her like
Mind
that.
you, she saved him from elimination.
Right, exactly.
So I definitely feel like the other Islanders caught wind of what he was truly, who he truly was, because I don't know why they would do that. They
Yeah,
didn't
because
eliminate anyone else that the other girls were interested in.
like there are a lot of douchebags that slip in with, on the male side. Because I believe it was season 4
Mhm.
with Erica in the, or was it
Erica wasn't on season 4.
season 3, it was season 3. Yeah, in that season, there was, like, a trio or a quartet of douchebags that were sitting in the corner at the pool trying to plot, like, literally plotting to try and sleep with one of the women, and then on that same episode, they got voted off, and when they got voted off, they started being belligerent and then talking a whole bunch of trash to the women. So, a lot of dudes slip onto this show and they're just complete douchebags. They're just complete tools. And that's why I just say, have fun with them, use them for sex, and then leave. Don't bring these men home, like, especially not the men.
Exactly. That's what I like when instead of, like, going home with the person they connected with, they go home by themselves.
Mhm.
I feel like that's so much better than leaving with someone. Like,
Erica
just
the
focus
Queen.
on yourself. Don't take nobody on the show serious. Don't take your boyfriend that brought you there or you took there, don't take him serious. Don't take these temptations serious. Go home, focus on you, do what you gotta do. You're on camera, you probably got famous, so start something there. Focus on that. Don't waste your time with another man.
And on the off chance that your man actually does come through, shout out to Shari and Javen from season 1 because they both stayed loyal. But on the off chance that that works, then it's like, yeah, your relationship should be even more powerful. Also, Julian and what's her name? Christy?
Kristen.
Kristen, yeah.
Mhm.
I
But
look
there
like
are some seasons I feel like nobody should get together at all.
mhm.
And season 5 was definitely that for me. Kristen I mean, Christopher, Marcella definitely shouldn't have got together. Definitely shouldn't have spent the block since he
Ugh,
got the Temptation pregnant.
girl.
Raw sex,
Ross
great.
and
Paris, don't need to be together. Caitlyn Hall, didn't need to be together. I didn't even want Vanessa and Roberto to be together.
nope.
I feel like she
Correct.
needed someone that was more her age, more her speed, and then he just needed to work on himself.
And grown
Because
mature
I
himself.
kind of like yeah, I feel like she do start arguments, but then I kind of see where he's like kind of causing the problem because there was no need to lie.
At all.
You sit there and you talk about how draining the relationship is. Why weren't you just honest and then just leave single or with the other girl? Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I understand. It's just really weird. Like they get caught up in their emotions and they don't think properly, but at the same time, you should be able to. You're grown adults. Stop using people to get over other people. It's disgusting.
Very. Because I don't know. Like I think I disliked the most people on the last season. Like I didn't like any of the men on that season. Season 5.
Yeah.
Um
I didn't
Season
like
4, I don't
mm,
think I really liked anybody season 4 either, if I'm being
yeah. When it
I
came
mean,
to
in terms of, like yeah, I don't think I really I mean, I shouldn't say I didn't like anybody. I liked Ashley and Ash. I just feel like I didn't really care for most of them except for maybe 3 people, and that was Ash, Ashley, and Iris. Jillian, I don't know. She just really did lack accountability. It was more so, "Your actions made me do this," instead of just owning up to it. 'Cause he
right
didn't even really do it like, okay, he cheated outside the house, but you forgave him. He didn't even do anything in the house yet.
until he saw what you were doing and how you were talking trash.
Exactly.
But when it comes to
So then
season when it
huh?
comes oh, go ahead.
No, no, go ahead.
When it comes to season 4, yeah, I think I like the same people. I liked Ash and Iris was fine. And what's her name? What's this girl's name? Oh, Ashley. I forgot her name.
Why is there Ashley almost every single season?
Right. What's is that common? But yeah. Ash, Ashley, and Iris, yeah, they were cool to me. Jillian kind of got on my nerves, and then the men, I felt the most for Edgar, but then I remembered you cheated before you got here, so and then Luke, I was looking at him, I was like, "Oh, I thought you made great progress," but then come to find out years later you cheated on her, and then now y'all broken up, engagement called off. Just
And that's another thing, because it's like these women take these men back for cheating. Let this be a lesson. Every single time the woman cheats back, what do the men do? "I'm done with her.
they
She's
cry,
trash."
throw a fit.
Like, so take that as a lesson. They will not go back to you if you do what they did to you.
And
So
even when they
many
do, because Rick did it in season 2, right? He took Ashley
That's
back.
one person out of how many
Yeah,
seasons
that's like
though?
the one time, and it's just like it still didn't work out because they broke up. They're broken up by the reunion. So yeah, it's these men aren't that tolerant of you cheating on them.
So
Because
let
wasn't
that be a lesson.
because wasn't great from season 5. He was throwing a fit when he saw Ashley just kissing another man. Meanwhile, he was
In
having sex
Paris.
with another woman.
After Ashley.
Did I say Ashley?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and then Christopher, he got upset too and like, "You called yourself a respectable whore. You cannot be mad at her for what she's doing on this show." Talking about some, "I'm done with her." He did that little corny move.
Yeah, he was so corny.
He sounded like a podcast.
A podcast, bro.
You know?
I can see it.
Women should do this. I'm surprised he didn't say, "What do you bring to the table?"
Yeah,
I was waiting for it. I'm surprised nobody ever said that. Wow.
it is a shock. Oh, like, and even another example is Gavin from season 2 when
Sucking toes.
he was a toe sucker, and then later on at the reunion when he seen that Asonica was being very intimate with what's his name, Hakeem. Um,
Mhm.
he was looking at her and saying, "Oh, I lost respect for her because she lied to me. She lied to me." After she spun the block, you left with Hakeem and then tried to spin the block on the man who you saw sucking toes on in 4K. Now, Monica girl, make it make
Mind
sense.
you, he's one of the people none of them were interested in, but I'm pretty sure someone gave him the chance to hook up, he woulda did it. So, he need to get off his high horse. It's not anyone else's fault he don't have no game. No, cause like, if you think about it, like, if someone told him, "Let's go back to your room," he definitely would've.
He would have.
And, like, the way, like, I just even if what she did with, what's his name? Hakeem? Kareem,
Mhm.
sorry.
Oh, is it Kareem?
Now me thinking of, Hashim. Oh, he was fine though. He ain't come home, but he was fine. But yeah,
Kareem, my bad.
um, I'm just like the way he was not interested in her, Asonica. Like, what do you mean you didn't know she was interested in going back to I think she was from the Virgin Islands?
Mhm.
Like, what do you
Oh,
mean
wait,
you
Gavin
didn't know
wasn't
she was?
interested in her?
Yeah. And he seen the clip and he's like, I didn't know she was interested, but she talked about it all the time. You don't
Right.
pay attention to the little things like that. The way you don't compliment her, and then like basically like every bonfire, he was just listening to respond and not taking in what she was saying. Oh, I do this for her. I do that for her. Like I can see why y'all not working out and you not getting nobody. Everybody peeped that about you.
Mm.
But like I feel like he just thinks he's like this great person,
And isn't.
God's gift, like Christopher, and great.
Yeah. And Hall.
Fuck off. Honestly, like I just hate when they try to make it seem like they're these great people and their partners are so horrible, and then as the show progresses, you see it's the opposite.
Yeah. Like I just see so many patterns between some of these people. I feel like Breon, Christopher, um, who else? Like, oh, what's his name? Kendall,
Mhm.
David. Like, they're all the same person. Even Grant from the Netflix one. Like Grant, like there's a lot of Grants like repeated in some of these seasons too. But like Grant and David are a lot of like, oh, Grant and Evan from season 1 are a lot of like, it's really like it's like copy paste low key.
I agree.
And I also see like situations where the women are doubting the men's masculinity and that's why they're there. That's what the season 1 couple, John and Katie, they were going through
Mhm.
that. She was like, "Oh, I need an alpha male." And then as soon as she said that, this man was seen licking peanut butter off of a woman's chest on Temptation Island.
Do you
And it's
feel
just
like
like,
Vanessa did that too?
who?
Vanessa?
Oh yeah, Vanessa. Yeah, it's like questioning their manhood, and it's like if you have to question your man's manhood, um, leave him. Like if he's not man enough for you, if he's not reaching your standards, just walk away. Especially if you had conversations about it.
You know?
And I can go for the
If
men with women
there's no
too.
changed behavior, don't waste your time.
Exactly.
And
Especially
that's
as
why
a
they didn't
woman,
last for, like, 3 days. As soon as they left, they broke up,
ridiculous.
you know?
Especially as a woman and you have your biological clock, it's like, why waste any more of your time?
Like, especially for someone not cheating on you.
Right.
It's like, going back to what I said before, y'all keep accepting these men that cheat on you, the behavior's not gonna change. All these men, well, not all of them, but some of these men are trash because y'all accept this behavior and you take them back, so they're not learning accountability.
Right.
They're not like, there's no punishment for the crime. Whereas if you even bat your eyes at another man, he's gonna have a five-some.
He's
'Cause let's be real here, men don't know how to match the crime to the punishment, so they'll do something, like, extremely worse, like, they'll take it low.
straight to hell.
Exactly, below hell. If you do
Yeah,
so much as hold a man's hand, like, they
it's
don't understand anything about was it equivalency?
equivalency,
Yeah,
or matching
like,
energy,
yeah,
or
exactly,
the punishment fitting the crime.
exactly.
Like it's just so extreme, and
So then them
funny.
thinking huh?
And it's funny how some people are just triggered off of words. Like all you have to say is something like, "Oh, I'm not handcuffing her," or "He just gets on my nerves. I'm tired of him doing this." Like complain about stuff they've been known that was a problem in the relationship, and now all of a
Mhm,
sudden they're in another woman's pants. Like it's it's so interesting to look at. That's all it took.
right.
Like why were we here then?
Exactly, why are y'all there?
And I feel
Y'all
like
need to go to the Drama Island, fighting sharks
embarrassed.
and getting slingshot to a mountain.
Like I feel like the women who do take back these men and then they come on TV and take them back again. I feel like y'all are normalizing cheating, like, or you're helping it. Because the men, like you said earlier, if they're not being held accountable, they're just gonna keep doing it, and they're gonna spread that ideology. So,
And then we get certain people
mm,
whose name shouldn't be named spreading these harmful things. They end up poisoning the minds of these little boys.
shout
It's
out to
just,
adolescents.
oh yeah, that was a good show. Watch that on Netflix. I was like, oh my goodness.
Did you finish it?
Oh yes, but that's neither here nor there because we're getting tempted.
Temptation. Would you give it to? Well, let's say, let's
I'm gonna be real.
huh?
If my man was cheating on me or he was talking down on me, I definitely would. But
No, I
I'm not
was
letting
gonna
that
say
man.
if you were in a relationship and you cheated before and then he brought you onto the show, would you be on your best behavior?
Honestly, no. If you cheating and you like, well, one, I don't cheat. But it's like,
Yeah.
again, there's no accountability for the behavior. So it's like, what do you expect?
Oh my gosh.
You see, if I see how she on the show, what do you think I'm gonna do? I got a favorite.
Oh my goodness.
If you cheated before, you think you're gonna cheat again?
That depends on how much I
If you
love
see
my
some butt cheeks.
chill.
It is a nice pair.
I can be loyal. Like I'm not. I'm the first person from a cheater, but if I was in this situation, I would try to be on my best behavior until I'm just like, you know
Tajiks
what?
in the house.
like, what's the point if I'm just sitting over here questioning our relationship? Because I feel like when cheaters do that, it's because there's something wrong in the relationship and they already want out, but then they just didn't want to leave because they want someone to
It's
come home.
convenient.
Yeah, convenience, right?
But honestly, I don't think I would ever cheat in a relationship. I know I would never cheat in a relationship because I'm a lover girl.
Right. I'm just gonna leave you.
If I feel like yeah, if I feel like it's not fulfilling me, I'm just gonna break up.
Yeah.
I don't think destroying someone by cheating on them is the right way to go. I prefer communication.
And it's like what Mark said that one time in season 5. He said that Vanessa and Roberto loved each other, but they also made each other miserable. And I was like, you can't love someone who makes you miserable. I just couldn't
If
do that.
I'm unhappy again, if I'm unhappy, I'm leaving. My first thought
Exactly.
is not to, "Oh, I'm gonna flirt with this person and kiss them." You're making me unhappy.
Like, what are we fighting for? We're fighting to make ourselves happy in an unhappy relationship. Make that
Okay.
make
You
sense.
know how much time you have in this world? And you wanna sit there and be miserable with somebody? No, I don't wanna argue every day.
Right.
I gotta go to work. I'm miserable at work. I wanna come home and be at peace.
Thank you.
So I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm not arguing with you every day. I'm not asking you to change. If I ask you to change and you're not gonna do it, okay, then we're done.
Exactly. It should only take one time for me to ask that.
And I don't mean change, like completely change who you are, but like if there's something that you're doing that's problematic and you don't want to change that, then yeah,
You gotta go.
get out my face. Like I'm just sorry. I just don't believe in just sitting in a marriage or not a marriage, I'm sorry, a relationship being miserable. It's just not for me. That's not my ministry.
Man, neither.
And if I'm getting cheated on, I'm leaving. I'm sorry. I just don't believe you love me.
Right.
You can't love me and then you go out there and you have a relationship with another woman or a man, you know.
Like, just disrespecting me alone just shows you don't love me. Because why are you disrespecting me?
'Cause most of the times they be doing this raw too. So you don't respect my health. You don't
Right.
love me.
You
And
don't
I
respect my loyalty.
exactly. Cause like when I'm in a relationship, I only see that person. Like that is my person. And he might not be the finest person in the world, but he's the finest person in the world to me.
Period.
Like if I'm giving you that energy, I'm taking time to learn about you, the little things, the big things, and everything in between. I expect that in return. And if you can't give me that, then maybe we're not the one for each other.
Yo. It's just that simple, but people make it complicated.
And you know, if I was younger, like a teenager, maybe, I probably would have been like one of these girls on the show.
Mm,
But then it's like growing up and seeing shows like these, and then you just realize how unhappy the woman is because the man isn't faithful and, you know, he's not loving her how she should be loved. It's just like, I don't want that for myself.
right. Nobody wants to live in that.
Shoot, I broke up with, well, not broke up, but I stopped talking to someone because he didn't want to give me flowers.
What's up with that?
Like, he wanted to have sex, but flowers was like a tier above that. I'm like, you can't expect that, and you don't even want to give me those.
That is weird. And you're not the first woman I heard to complain about that.
Like, I want romance. I'm sorry. I want a romantic. Like,
Some
if
gay
I
guys have
played
a
him.
problem with just kissing. Like, they'll give you fellatio, but kissing you on the mouth is a no no. I guess.
It's just weird.
Very.
And just like, I don't know. Y'all got y'all mind screwed weird. And I feel like I'm most of the time rooting for the women on these shows.
Yep. Me
Cause
too. Until they spin the block. That when they spin the block, I'm done. Like whatever happened to you, I really don't care anymore. Like
exactly.
I don't know. Am I wrong for that?
No, I just like You cheating on them, I really don't care what they do in this relationship. I want them to leave you, of course, but I really don't care if they cheat on you or do you bad. I want your chest hurting.
Like, and I try to have compassion for the men, and I try to give them benefit of the doubt until I hear that they cheated on you. And I'm like, you know what? Never mind. I don't care. Because
Exactly.
what was it? What was his name? Kendall. In his reunion, Mark said something that really made him pause and think because it was something to do with he said in the past that he was let down so many times and it
I
had a
don't
really
care.
and I was like
Goodbye.
okay, but like why
What
are
does that
you
have to do
still
with
treating
treating the
her
next
wrong like that?
person?
Like she doesn't deserve that mistreatment either.
Exactly. Get out of my face.
Like you go to therapy.
Mhm.
Y'all need to go to therapy island instead
And
of
you
therapy.
know what? Exactly, Therapy Island, and I can't wait for the next season. I know it's gonna be on Netflix, so it's gonna be less censored, but I just hope there's more people there that like Black women, and I think that's all I have to say. I feel like we should do
A what?
a bingo, like, each space has, like, a different thing, like, mine is gonna have the word growth on it, independence and stuff like that, and just see what gets marked off, what gets checked off. I think that
Oh,
would be fun. Yeah,
bingo.
yeah, bingo.
I'm like, what's a bango?
No, but, yeah, that's all the time we have for now.
Hmm.
Can't wait for the next season.
I hope it
I
comes
love
out
the
soon.
chaos. I love the mess. Hate it, but love it.
Yep, but give me 50 more seasons. I'll be there.
Exactly. Make sure there's a lot of cheating.
I wanna
And
see
we'll
all the
see
butt cheeks. Show me all the cheeks.
you and these butt cheeks have standards, and we'll see you later.
Bye.